I'll tell you, this is just an honor to have you all here. We have been fawning over your pictures for the last month, and to see you next to your pictures and see the artwork has been amazing. So thank you all for being here and participating today. The Congressional Art Competition honors inspiring work created by young artists in the Missouri's 1st Congressional District. Each spring, high school students across the country honor their members of Congress through this visual art competition. Since the competition began, more than 500,000 students have participated. Now in its 21st year, the Artist Discovery Contest showcases the talents of high school students all across the United States. This year's theme was resistance. We learned so much from the artwork of the students, and thank you, parents, teachers, and of course, we have to thank St. Louis University for letting us use this beautiful gallery, setting everything up. The Tudor LePan for hosting us. I'd like to give a special thanks to the team, especially Asia Owens, who is an artist in her own right, who has helped set this up. Marnay Coleman, Denny, the whole comms team, our whole DC team. We couldn't do it without each one of you. Before we go any further, I want to give a special thanks to Jamison Faulkner. Jamison provided the music and the vocals. He's a 2021 graduate of Ladue High School, and he's a part of the Point of View Jazz Ensemble. And we want to thank Asia. Asia Brantley is a young lady who actually books all the artists. She is a junior at Carter Ritter, and she books all the artists. She's making you all proud. And Harvey Lockhart is the director. So thank you again, Jamison, and congratulations on your 2021 graduation. He's headed to the University of Miami in the fall. Without further ado, I'm going to bring up Asia Owens, who will have a few words for us, and she was the coordinator of this year's art competition.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. You guys can do a little bit better than that. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. I first want to take an opportunity to thank all of the students who took the time to participate in this competition. All of your hard work and dedication is definitely seen. You guys are incredible. Your work is brilliant. Thank you so much. I also wanted to take an opportunity to thank all of the parents and the guardians and all of the teachers and the mentors that took an opportunity to guide the students and your children. You guys helped with the framing. You guys sent those press releases, probably not press releases, but the student releases, like sometimes more than once, twice. But I appreciate your patience and your flexibility when things change. Thank you so much. Parents, teachers, mentors, thank you so much. I also want to thank the judges. These are local artists that took out the time to use their expertise and their candid eye to judge this competition, which I know was really, really hard, but they came and they did an excellent job with the judging. Also, Miranda already said it, but thanks to the St. Louis University Museum of Art for allowing us to be in this space again. This is beautiful. Can we just give it up for them one more time? This is amazing. Thank you so much. As Miranda already said, I want to thank our entire team, the St. Louis team, and the DC team. You guys don't know this, but we're streaming live, so the DC people are here in spirit, and everybody came together to make this event what it is. So thank you all.
Before we bring up the Congresswoman, we want to make sure that we give a special thanks again and bring up Tudor LePan, who is the director of the art museum here, to say a few words on behalf of St. Louis University.
I have to lower this. I hope you see me. I am behind the microphone. So, good evening, Congresswoman Cori Bush and honored guests. Welcome. We are delighted to have you at St. Louis University Museum of Art for the 21st annual exhibition of the Congressional Artistic Discovery Contest. This exhibition was made possible by the support of Cori Bush, the United States representative for the Missouri's 1st Congressional District, and her tireless staff. This is an important event that recognizes and encourages the artistic talent of aspiring young artists who are currently high school students. St. Louis University Museum of Art started hosting the annual exhibition of the Congressional Artistic Discovery Contest in 2017. This exhibition, which consists of all of artworks entered in this year's contest, will be open through July 11. Family members and friends of students who are participating in this exhibition can visit it Monday through Friday between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. This is a special arrangement because otherwise the museum is closed. This museum is part of St. Louis University Museums and Galleries Department, which also includes Museum of Contemporary Religious Art and Historic Samuel Couples House. St. Louis University, the first institution of higher learning west of the Mississippi River, was founded in 1818, and art played an important role from its beginning. The artworks in the collection of the Western Jesuit missions displayed on the third floor of this museum attest to it. They were brought to St. Louis by Father Peter Desmet, who arrived in St. Louis in 1823 and made many trips back to Europe to raise funds. He always brought artworks and artifacts back to St. Louis with the intention to use them for education. In the process, he contributed to the creation of first museum west of the Mississippi. With support from generous donors, we continue Father Desmet's legacy by adding to the collection, which we share with the public through long-term displays, exhibitions, and educational programs. Modern and contemporary artworks from the permanent collection are on display on the second floor. Artworks made prior to 20th century are on display in historic Samuel Couples House. St. Louis University Museum of Contemporary Religious Art, or MOCRA, is the first museum to bring an interfaith focus to contemporary art. Through exhibitions, collections, and educational programs, MOCRA highlights and explores the ways contemporary visual artists engage with religious and spiritual dimensions. All three St. Louis University museums are currently closed to the public due to the pandemic, but when they are open, they all have free admission. After the pandemic, please come back and visit often. Thank you for coming and sharing this evening with the talented student artists included in this exhibition. Thank you very much.
Without further ado, I have the honor of introducing Congresswoman Cori Bush. Congresswoman Cori Bush. Congresswoman Cori Bush is a nurse. She's a lifelong St. Louisan. She's a lover of people, a lover of art. She is a lover of all of St. Louis. And we are so excited to have her here. Without further ado, Congresswoman Cori Bush.
Hi, everyone. I am so super excited. So I can raise it up because I have on heels. I'll be clear, it's not because I'm tall. I am so excited to be with you all this evening. It is always, it just does my heart. It does my heart good to be able to be in the presence of you. When I get to meet people that I don't know, some of you I do see familiar faces, but for those that I don't know, I get to know you. Like I get to meet you today, and that means the world to me because I just love us. I just do. I just love us. I love our energy. I love what we do. I love the idea of all the things that we can do together. And in this space, we get to see that happen. First, let me thank St. Louis University Museum of Art for hosting us this evening and for allowing us to use, again, this beautiful, beautiful space to showcase this incredible talent. Incredible, incredible talent. Let me say that I don't remember having this opportunity myself when I was in school. And I don't know that I would have done much with it if I had. But to give our students this opportunity, opening this door, is just a remarkable thing. Them being able to showcase, you being able to showcase your remarkable talent. I'm just honored to be able to be a part of that. I'd like to thank my team. Raise your hand, team. Raise your hand. Thank the team for their hard work and putting this together. And I'd like to thank our judges, all of our judges, for their time and for your thoughtfulness. Thank you so much for selecting this year's winners, honorable mentions, and our runners-up. Also, I'd like to thank all the educators that had a hand in this. Thank you for standing with our students. Our parents, thank you for standing with your students, and our families and all others who are here to support such an amazing group of young people. Without you all, none of this would be possible. You raised them, you fostered their creativity, you motivated them, you challenged them, and you held them when things got hard. And most importantly, you love them. I also, of course, want to thank our student artists. Wave if you're a student artist. Wave, wave, wave. I want to thank you for sharing your talents, your gifts with all of us in Missouri's 1st District. Art is a very special thing. It's a very personal thing. And to create art, you have to put a piece of yourself on that sheet of paper, that canvas, that photograph. It's not always easy to share your experiences. It's not always easy to tell others what happened to you. And I know, I know this personally, how hard it can be. A member of my staff is an artist. and she was recently talking about how art is an outlet. There's so much happening in our district right now, and it can feel so heavy. There's so much happening all across our world. So for those of you who may be feeling that burden, I hope that this beautiful artwork, every single piece, has given you a place to express yourself, how you're feeling, whether it's fear, anger, joy, love, excitement. And I want to thank you for showing us those emotions. It takes strength to tell your story. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being brave enough to do that and share a part of yourself with us. The theme of this year's competition is resistance. So what is resistance? What does it mean to resist? Resistance means insisting on our own humanity and the humanity of others. Resistance is about all of us, every single one of us, getting to live a life with dignity and refusing to accept injustice. Can you agree? When I think about resistance, do you agree? When I think about resistance, I think about what Angela Davis said. She said, I am no longer accepting the things that I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept. That is resistance. It is refusing to be told that we cannot accomplish big things because we can. You're looking at that person that did that. A few years ago, I was sleeping in a car with 2 babies. And now I'm your U.S. Congresswoman. And not just by title, doing the work to make your lives better and the lives of your legacy better. It is fighting on when others are telling us it's too hard, it's too hard. Can't do that, it's too soon. You don't have what it takes. It is refusing to accept baby steps towards justice when what we need is transformation. Art has long been a tool of resistance, a way to speak truth to power. We see it in the works of Jacob Lawrence, Carol Walker, and Gordon Parks. We see it in the works of local artists like Billy Bill and Kababi Bayard, Gans Hovey, and Wiley Price. Paulette Sankofa and Brock Seals, we see it. And so many others who have used their talents to call out racial injustice and call out other injustices and push for peace and simply force the world to see their humanity. To our artists, you are that next generation of artists. You have already begun the work of speaking truth to power. So we look to you. What is your voice? What does your voice say? You are the painters, the photographers, the digital artists. You are those who will continue the legacy of resistance through art. I already see the resistance in the works that you created for this competition. The honesty with which you tell your story is resistance. It is in the boldness of your colors and the thoughtfulness of each and every line and shape. I see it in the subjects you chose and the stories you are telling. As some of you may know, I think of myself and I call myself a politivist. I actually coined the term. A politician and an activist I am. And people ask me all the time, like, what can I do? How do I get started in activism? Like, what are the steps? And I always tell them, just do what you do. We all have something amazing to bring to this world. Bring that to the table. You're an activist because you're active, because you're diligent in that thing, because you seek it out and you're intentional about that change and seeing it through. Activism isn't just grabbing a bullhorn and leading a protest. Activism can be registering people to vote or bringing water to hand out to people who are protesting. Activism can be running for your local school board or simply calling out an injustice when you see it. Activism can be creating art that starts a conversation and forces people to acknowledge you. Acknowledge you, your experience, and the experiences of others. You all have started that conversation with the work that we see all around us in there tonight. Because of you and the art that you created, we as a community, a city, a district, and a country have that insight into what it means to be you. I want to congratulate each and every student who participated in this year's competition. And I want to thank you. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for your bravery. Thank you for sharing your creativity. Thank you for sparking conversations. And thank you for your resistance. Now, let's give them all a hand. All right. Now, I know you all have been waiting very, very patiently to find out the results of this year's competition. The winner, the runners-up, honorable mentions were chosen by a panel of 5 judges, all local artists from Missouri's 1st District. So of course, I was not going to make the decision at all. That was clear from the beginning. That was not going to be the case at all. But we wanted to keep it local. Keep it local. People have to know St. Louis has amazing talent. This is not flyover country. We have talent and we have everything that the coastal cities have and more. So we pulled from our local artists, and maybe one day some of the artists that are here who are in the competition will be one that will be a judge another day. So each judge rated every student's art on a scale of 1 to 5 in several categories, including design and creative elements, technique, expression, organization, craftsmanship, and the theme, which was resistance. Each member of the panel judged independently, and no one from our office was involved in the judging at all. No one. We'd like to acknowledge and thank our 5 judges who were so generous with their time and so thoughtful throughout this entire process. I'm going to ask each of the judges to come up when your name is called. And if we could give them a round of applause when they do.
I get to call the judges because the Congresswoman is gonna take a picture with them. And all of them aren't here today, but we do know that we have the incomparable Wally Price here with us today.
The photographer. Who takes the photography?
Wally gets to take a picture today. Then we have a few other, I think that's the only judge that's here today. But the other ones are Gons Hovey, Paulette Sankofa, Brian Brock Shields, and Billy Bill. So thank you all again for being judges.
Now that you know that one of the judges is here. All right, now afterwards. We love you. All right, now I know this is what you've been really waiting for. We're first going to announce the students who received honorable mentions from our judges for the work that they submitted. Students, please come up to the podium when your name is called to receive your certificate. First, we have all the participants. Okay, we're gonna do all right. So I will let you do that.
I just get to read the names. You get to take pictures with the Congresswoman. So I'm gonna call your name, and if you can come up to the podium and take a quick picture, and we will give you your certificate. Then we'll do honorable mentions and the winner. Look, that's just suspense. That was just suspense. I'm sorry. All right. And Asia, can you come up here too? Because you know that the students as well.
Obiki and Swahili. I know I messed up. Tiana Clark.
Michaela Cooper. Michaela Flowers. Lauren Gill. Nicole Gorell. Nia Harrison. Merrick Hull. Isabel Jackson Cameron. It's like a graduation. John Laurie. Isabel. Aninka Nobles. Watch out, we're gonna get a picture. They're trying to get a picture right there. Go ahead, get the picture. You got it.
Pull it up.
Don't be shy.
One of the teachers.
Nora Rowling. Gabriel Hewlett. Ariana Whittington. Max Yang. And Jordan Shaw. Malayla Cole, I can't remember, make sure I pronounce your name right, Coral, is that correct? Malayla Coral? Kohler?
It's you. I'm sorry.
Jordan, can you stay up here for a second too? Okay. Miala Coral. Don't open Miala Coral. Can you stay up here next to Jordan for me? Bobby Reed. Bobby. Bobby, can you take a picture? Just for you. Sadie Mount. John Rulin. Everybody, I called to stay up here for a second. And last not least, I have Samantha Seamer. We ask these young people to stay up here. These are all of our honorable mentions. Congratulations to all of our honorable mentions. So one more time, while they're taking, While they're taking a picture, Jordan Shaw for her work, I Can't Breathe. Jordan, wave your hand for us. Sadie Moss for Perfect Skeleton. Mrs. Kohler, and I just messed her name up, Clore for Stop the Pipeline. Bobby Reed for Seeds of the District. John Rulin for Municipal Boundaries. Samantha Seamer for Face of Resistance. And those are our honorable mentions.
Scoot up a little bit. Congratulations.
You guys ready for the next ones, the winners? I think you should announce the 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay, third place. The judges have awarded third place to Isabella Jackson Cameron from Metro Academic Classical High School for her work, Yearning. No, that's the same certificate. So we mixed it up so you guys wouldn't know who the winner was right away. She has her certificate already. These will be placed on your painting. Stay up here so we can take a picture of you, honey. Bring your certificate with you.
Those on your paint, on your art.
And then we have a few other people, but we mixed it up because we didn't want the winner to be like, the last person who got it. So we did this. So Maxine Adams, can you come forward? Maxine is here. Okay, making sure. And then, yep. And then Gabrielle Hewlett. Okay, we just wanted to make sure we didn't miss them. Okay. All right, second place. And this person was not able to come tonight, but the second place winner is Merrick Hoel from University City, and his work was It's a Temporary Thing, and he was not able to come tonight. Okay, now the winner, you want to bring the winnings.
It is still colored.
Drum roll. Okay, Congresswoman.
Suspense.
The suspense.
So black.
And we're gonna reveal it. And the winner of the 2021 Congressional Art Competition for the 1st District of Missouri is Alyssa Shin for her work, Ella. Come on out. Alyssa is a ninth grader at Metro Academic and Classical High School. Right here.
Okay. Alyssa, I'm gonna ask you to stay up here for a moment. Yes, stay up here for a moment. I want to share a little bit about your work. Alyssa's piece is a pencil drawing of civil rights leader Ella Baker. Ella Baker spent more than 5 decades organizing for racial justice, calling out racism and critiquing sexism within the civil rights movement. She worked and fought alongside W.E.B. Du Bois, Thurgood Marshall, Dr. Martin Luther King, and has been called one of the most influential women in the movement for civil rights. Ella Baker embodied resistance. She did not allow racism or sexism to deter her from fighting for a better world, a world where every life is valued. She once said, until the killing of Black men, Black mothers' sons becomes as important to the rest of the country as a white mother's son, we who believe in freedom cannot rest until this happens. Ella Baker resisted, and her fight is still our fight. I want to thank Alyssa for uplifting the work of this fearless woman through her art. Alyssa will have the opportunity to bring her piece and Ella Baker's story to Washington, D.C. for a ceremony honoring all the winners from across the country. Her drawing will then hang in the U.S. Capitol for 1 year. Congratulations again, Alyssa. All right, thank you. And let me say, for all of our participants, we will display your art. So the art is going to move so more people can see it. So it will be here in this amazing, amazing gallery through July 11th. Yes. And then we will let you know where it's going next. We want to move it around. We're going to see how that works. But one place where it's going to be is in my office. So I'm taking art to DC to hang in our office, and then there will be art also. They will also spend time here at our St. Louis office, so all of your family members and friends and loved ones and neighbors can come in to see it without taking a trip. So, just wanted to make sure that you all know that. And let's see. Before I wrap up, just one more thing that I want to say to some of you. Many of you have heard this probably before, but to all the students here today, to your families and your educators too, but to the students, I need you to know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, no matter what happens and what is said, your work on this project, this competition, we all felt it, and it will bring joy, spark conversations, bring peace, and can bring about change. Whether you were the winner, an honorable mention, or an amazing participant, we need you to know that. And also, your Congresswoman loves you. And I have to say that someone said, oh, Cori, no, that's just fluff. I don't care if you hate me. I just give me what I need. No, no. I need you to know that your congresswoman loves you. There is nothing wrong with the person that's fighting for you and supposed to serve and represent you, caring for your life. I care for your life. So no matter where you come from, what your zip code is, what school you go to, no matter what your religion is, race, any of that, your gender, I just love you. Is that okay? All right. So don't let anybody tell you differently. I do work because I care about you and I care about your future. And so I fight for you every single day in Congress. Every single day, I think about what you need. If you put it on social media, sometimes I see it. And I go and I use that and I speak for you and I take that voice with me. So again, your congresswoman loves you. This team loves you. Team, don't we love the first district? Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna close this out. And again, thank you to St. Louis University Art Museum. Thank you. Amazing work. All right, let's go and let's take all in. Now you gotta go and like really get into it and really soak in what's on those walls. We just talked all about resistance. So now let's go learn. Let's go get something out of it. Come on, let's go.